And we were like, you literally can't fight Derek. Like, he is a legal adult. And so Jack was like, okay, Paxton, well, I'll just fight you then.
Hey guys, welcome to the very first episode of Closed Doors with Derek. I have a very special guest. Give it up for my best friend, Paxton Harris.
Hey, Jack.
Period. Well, I'm so excited that you're on my podcast and you're the very first guest of this series.
I'm so excited.
We have a lot to discuss. So much has happened in the last 4 years of knowing each other. So,
For real.
tell us how we met.
So, good old 2020 days, back before COVID. How old were you? Like, were you?
I was 17, turning 18.
That's crazy. And I had just turned 15. And we did Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat together. Honestly, still to this day, like, the best show that I've ever been in.
I
like,
think so too.
As far as, like, choreography-wise, music-wise, cast-wise, like, production-wise, like, still, like, the best show I've ever been in.
It was a very close-knit family, I think.
Really
Newsies was fun too. I just think Joseph was the
cast really made the show. It was really great.
Throwback to when I was Benjamin in the show and I had my little lamb carrying around. That was a moment. And
it was a moment. It really was.
That is when Derek decided to start social media.
Yep. Me and my what was that dance called?
The Renegade.
The Renegade, yes. I would be our little Saturday rehearsals when we were there for like 5 hours filming Miss Renegade dances, and you know who decided to join me?
Me! Hey
Derek.
guys! Paxton was like, you really need to try this dance, the Renegade, and you have to learn it from this girl named Charlie D'Amelio. And I was like, oh, that's really interesting. Like, show me how to do it. And we're backstage, mind you, like in the black light. And I was with one of the cast members,
Yes.
one of the younger girls. And she was like, do it in slow-mo and you can learn it that way. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I believe, somebody can fact check this, but I believe that video is still up on my page.
Oh, I think it is too, because I scrolled down there not too long ago and I was watching all of those videos from Joseph, like being in the dance room with all those kids, like filming with.
So embarrassing. And then my little trampoline pre-show rituals and
You went crazy in that room.
I was living it up for
I
real.
still have videos of you from that show doing like, we would do like spins in there or like cartwheels or
I
like.
did not eat with my spins. Like, be so for real, I did not eat with my spins. So that brings us to our next topic, our 2020 relationships. They were really something. And, you know, this was before Derek came out to everybody. And I'm really, honestly, genuinely concerned. Like, why did nobody say something to me? Obviously, you knew. My parents knew. Everybody, once I came out, they knew that I was gay. So This relationship with this girl, nobody said anything to me. Nobody said anything.
You know, honestly, Derek, I think we were all just trying to let you live your life the way that you wanted to live it. Like, I'm not going to tell you who you can and can't date. Like, if you think you want to be in a relationship with this person, I would say, okay, Derek, pop off, slay. Like, hope you're happy with them. As long as they treat you good and you're living your best life, like, do your thing.
Period. Yeah, I feel like I had to learn that the hard way because that is the peak of starting social media.
I think that show itself was really a pivotal moment for you because that was that girlfriend. That was you starting TikTok, and then, like, COVID hit, and then here you go blowing up on social media in your backyard doing
crazy dances. I mean, I was honestly doing all of the theater stuff. Like, I had the Joseph outfit outside in the street.
Oh, and I duetted it in my grandmother's backyard.
Yeah, good times. But let's talk about this said girlfriend. So, as I started to blow up on social media, her parents were a little upset.
Right.
Now, this was like 10,000 followers maybe. It was just starting, like, so early on.
Yeah.
And I think we went to like
you had not even been like noticed by anybody yet.
No, it was so early on. And we went to like a parking lot for a bowling alley or something, and I was like, let's just film a cute little dance video together. She's okay, yeah, sure. So we filmed the video and nothing is wrong. Like, she had fun, I had fun, and then time went on, and her mother's like, can you please remove the video? Like, her mother sent me the text message.
Oh.
So I asked the girl, I was like, can you tell me, like, is it that bad of a situation? Like, do I need to remove the video? So I eventually removed it, and I found out from this girl that she was scared, like, her mom was scared that China and other countries were watching us, and that's why she didn't want her daughter on the videos. I'm like, okay, but
what is China gonna do to you for dancing?
I'm literally just having the time of my life. I'm not worried about who's watching me. Like, so then it just got really messy. She was going towards college. I was going towards, I want to be a social media influencer. Right. And I was just like,
it obviously wasn't meshing.
It was not working out. So then we were in our single era, and Derek was just finding people on social media.
I think it was after that you, like, came out.
Yeah,
like, you were pretty, or was it after you were with Zach, before you, like, really, like, announced it?
Publicly, it was with Zach.
That's what
but you knew, I believe my friend Maddie knew.
Right.
I told, like, people here and there.
Right.
So, I would add people on Snapchat, and just so everybody is aware, Zach knows about these Snapchat people that were from TikTok. And
right.
I was just in my,
people what do you want?
I was in my hoe era.
Right.
And that was not fun. I don't recommend adding people on social media.
I feel like we all have to go through that phase before we meet the one to just get it out of the way. I feel like everyone has to go through that phase.
Yes. And see, that's where, like, I feel like Zach was a different situation because I saw him on TikTok Live. He's having this whole fangirl moment. And then I met him in person, and he was, like, normal. He was chill. He was his...
You know what we need to talk about?
Oh, no.
The night that y'all met and what you told your mom.
Go ahead and just expose it to everybody.
So, guys, I did not find this out until after the fact when Derek was dating Zach, okay? And I didn't even know Derek was even talking to Zach, I don't think. Like, I knew nothing about this situation or this relationship. Like, I had not gotten my monthly, like, refresh of Derek's, like, life. And later on, I find out that Derek had, just to mention too, me and Derek have never had a sleepover, okay? Like, he's never spent the night at my house. I've never spent the night at his house. Like, he's been at my house till, like, late at night, probably like 12 o'clock or so, but not a sleepover. And I later on find out, like, after he's telling me about Zach and he's like, all this stuff, he goes, yeah, like, Derek went downtown Nashville, and first time meeting this guy, stayed in a hotel with him, and he later tells me that he had told his mom that he spent the night at my house. I was like, Derek, you had to tell me this, because what if your mom came calling me being like, because something happened to Derek got kidnapped, and his mom's like calling me being like, Paxton, where's Derek? Like, what's wrong? I wouldn't know. I would be like, I have no idea. Like, I didn't kidnap him. And then people would think I kidnapped you.
Moving on to our next segment, we are going to call in to some fans. Hi, Aaliyah. This is Derek Fry calling.
Hey, Aaliyah. This is Paxton.
And we are currently filming the podcast right now. We just wanted to say hi and thank you so much for following. Hello. Hi, this is Derek Fry calling from TikTok, and a little birdie told me that you broke up with this person and blocked them on everything. The audacity! I have juicy tea about my mom and my boyfriend hooking up, and I'll tell you about how my dad went to jail. It's very interesting and so good. Hello? Hi, this is Derek Fry from TikTok.
One sec. No way, this is Derek Fry.
This is Derek Fry. How are you?
Oh my god, I'm so good.
Period. My friend Paxton and I are recording this podcast right now, and I'm reading your submission. So tell us about your mom and your boyfriend.
So basically what happened was I tried to call my mom. And I was like, yo, where are you at? She never answered. So I just had a voicemail. And so I called my dad and I was like, yo, can you come pick me up? He was like, no, I'm here. I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, what did you do? And he's like, I might have killed somebody on accident. I was like, whoa.
What?
And so, yeah. And then when I went home, because my friend dropped me off, and I found like, yeah, you're done. Goodbye.
Well, thank you so much for spilling the tea with us.
Yes.
I hope you have a fantastic day.
Both of you have been following you ever since I was 9.
Oh,
Aw.
wow. So that's 3 years.
An OG viewer for real.
Hello. Hi, we're recording the
Hey.
podcast right now.
Hi.
Do you want to say hi to the viewers?
Hey.
We're just talking about like how I had this ex-girlfriend in 2020, and then we were talking about how I met you. We were spilling all of the tea for everybody
All
at
of
home.
The beginner tea that you have to know Derek Fry.
The only thing I know about that ex-girlfriend is when we went to the mall.
Oh, yes.
She's in that store, and I'm like, who? I couldn't even see anyone. Everyone looked the same.
Yeah, so let me tell everybody real quick. So we went to this store in the mall in Franklin. We saw the ex-girlfriend while I was walking around with
Oh,
Zach.
Well, you did. I
Well,
know.
Zach didn't see them, but then
Right.
I told, like, I was with Kayla too. I was like, I want to go into the store. Like, Zach and I aren't going to say anything, but we just want to go in and, like, make our presence known.
Right.
But we're walking into the store and they hide. The mom, the sister, and the girlfriend all hide in the back rooms of this store because they don't want to see me. I said, the audacity. That was crazy. And Zach's like, who is this person? And I said, oh, long story. That's the girl I dated in 2020. Now we're going to move on to our next segment, talking about what it's like being friends with me and the drama that comes with that.
I feel like it is never a dull moment. with
Not
you.
at all. Oh, no.
That's why I feel like you're one of my best friends too, because we have so many memories together
Oh, yeah.
of very different things. I've always I was talking about this on my TikTok live yesterday. I've been doing Little Get Ready with
As
these
you
every week.
should.
And I was talking about how we were filming this podcast, and I was like, Derek is just one of my best friends. I was like, he's gonna be a bridesmaid or a bridesman or whatever they're called. I was like,
Yeah.
whatever they want to be called. I was like, he is going to be in my wedding
At the
because
wedding.
you are one of my best friends because
There's
we've
too
been
much
through-
that's
we've been
gone
through some
through
stuff together.
So let's talk about where this all branches from with the organization I was a part of at one point. And then I got kicked out of that organization. And ex-people that I talked to, or friends that I talked to, attacked you of some sort at school in a
Yeah.
public situation.
Yeah. So we had gone to an event that this organization had.
Period.
And Derek had told such member of the organization, we're going to call this member, what do we say, Jack?
Mhm.
That he actually wasn't going to be at this event. But Derek,
I didn't want them to know that I was coming.
right? We didn't want to cause trouble or drama.
I just wanted to go enjoy
The
event and
have fun.
go about our day.
Right. Me and Derek were going together. We just wanted it to be a nice, happy, fun event.
Mhm.
Well, Jack gets all mad for whatever reason. Do we even know why he was mad?
They were mad because they didn't want me on the grounds. Remember at one point I wasn't allowed to be on
Right.
the grounds at all because of the previous situation,
Right.
which that was a whole nother
That's a whole nother
story.
story. Oh my god, that's a whole nother story.
But anyways, I wasn't allowed to be on the property. And then I had asked the person who runs the organization if I could come see the event.
And she didn't care.
And she didn't mind because it was a long time ago.
Right.
Everything's moved on.
We're all chill.
But apparently these people at the event were still holding a grudge.
Right.
So that's why
And
were
they
mad.
had been trying to be friends with you
Again.
too through your
Zoom calls
Zoom
that I was
calls.
doing because
when you
they
first
saw
started Zoom calls.
Yeah, they saw that I was doing well on social media and they wanted to be involved somehow, and
Fake friend alert.
they were fake friends. So
So that night when we were at this event, Derek and Jack start beefing over. It was literally Snapchat, wasn't
I
it?
think, yeah.
And at the time, I was 16.
And you were driving. Was I driving? No, I was
You were driving.
Yeah.
You were driving. And I was still 16 because this was the same night that I got mad at my mom. We don't have to go into detail about that, but that was the same
Sorry,
night.
Shannon. We love you.
I ran. I was supposed to say I ran away with you. I went home with you. You took me home.
Yeah, I drove you home after that.
And so we actually weren't even at the event anymore. We were in the driveway at my house, actually. And Jack thought we were still at the event. And he was trying to say that, trying to fight Derek. And at this point, you were 20?
I was
19?
I was probably 19.
So Derek's legally an adult, and we were trying to say, he wanted to fight Derek. And we were like,
I'm not fighting anybody.
Literally. And Jack was still a minor as well at this time. And we were like, you literally can't fight Derek. He is a legal adult. And so Jack was like, okay, Paxton, well, I'll just fight you then. Well, I was like, we're literally... So he is, on video call on Snapchat with us. And you can see him, walk out of the event.
And he's waiting for us.
Waiting for us because he thinks we're still there.
I'm like, we're long gone.
We were not
The event ended a long time ago, bud. And you're still there with all your people and your friends. We are not there. We're not home. We're not coming to fight you.
Literally. And so I think he eventually found out that we obviously were not there.
Right.
So at the time, to preface this, I had been homeschooled my entire life, except for this year. This was my sophomore year of high school. I went to our local high school here.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 2,000 kids that go to said high school.
Yeah.
And Jax went to this high school. And so this was a month after the fact.
A while after.
It was a while after the
yeah.
fact. So I had seen him maybe 2 or 3 times, maybe, walking throughout school after the incident. And we hadn't really heard anything else out of him, from him, whatever. And whenever I would see him, I would look at him. But, I would look at a lot of people. There's 2,000 kids that go to that school. I'm going to
run into people, yeah.
Right. Well, it is my second from last class of the day. And it's English. And that teacher, I loved her. It was her first year teaching on her own, this poor woman. And I'm walking through the hallway, and all of a sudden coming from the other way is Jack with his phone in my face, filming me. It's he's cussing me out, calling me every name in the book, saying all this ugly stuff to me, being like, oh, we're gonna fight. So I go into class and sit down at my desk. I didn't really say anything to him. I
just ignored the situation.
I really just ignored him and just went and sat down. And the teacher was like, Jack, what's going on? She had one of those boxes of those little bagged chips. Mm-hmm. She's holding it in front of his face and in front of his camera, trying to deter him from the situation. She's like, Jack, go away, leave her alone. Well, the teacher comes up to me, she's like, what's going on? Why has he got an issue with you? And so I gave her just a small snippet of the whole issue with Derek. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I have never seen him act that way. I taught him when I was when she did her student teaching or whatever. Last year, she's like, I love him. What's going on? And I was like, I don't know. I don't like him.
Period. I don't think anybody does.
Literally. So I sit through that class. I sit through my last class. And I'm walking out of my last class, which was algebra. And I go into the commons. And here comes Jack again with his phone filming me again. And he's like, what's your deal? What's your problem? Why do you keep staring at me? I'm like, there's 2,000 people that go to the school. I'm going to stare.
I'm going to stare. Arresting
literally.
Face.
Leave me alone. He's filming me. He's calling me ugly, ugly, ugly names. And he keeps, putting his hands on me, too. So, finally, I, grab his phone out of his hand, and I go to, chuck it. And he's like, you're not going to lay your hands on me like that. I was like... And then I had my backpack on.
That impression was so accurate, because I know exactly how that went.
And he, kind of gets behind me, and he grabs, the top handle of my backpack and yanks me back.
Absolutely not.
Yanks me back. And like I said, still, I'm walking to my car, still calling me ugly, ugly, ugly names.
And you FaceTimed me at one point when you were in the car. Yes. I remember that.
So, finally, he goes... I finally, get to my car, and he's like, well, I hope you have a good rest of your day or something. And I was like, yeah, right, I'm sure. Something, I don't even remember what I said. Guys, This was, 3 whole years ago. I just remember the situation. So he said something to that effect. I get in my car, and mind you, the way that the school's parking lot is you have to sit in your car for an extended amount of time before you can actually pull out to leave.
Right.
Because there's a whole line of cars
trying to get out
that you have to like ease your way into in order to get out of the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting in my car for a while, and he comes back and is at my window, like banging on my window again, like still like cussing me out, calling me, still like filming me with this phone. He goes down the aisle, starts talking to his little friends, they're laughing. At this point, this is when I FaceTimed you too. One of his friends, it was a girl, I don't even know who it was. She comes over, she's like, what's going on? Well, I told her about the whole situation. She goes, yeah, Jack's just a drama queen like that, or something like that. He just wants to cause trouble. Just don't listen to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is all for what? Like, what are you getting from this? So finally, time goes on, and he comes back over, and he knocks on the window, and he's like, roll your window down. I'm like, no. And he's like, just roll it down. So I crack it. And he goes, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said those things. And I was like, I doubt you really are, but I hope you get it. Or something like that. I don't remember what I said.
Yeah.
And he goes, okay. Or something. Well, okay. I go home that night. And I tell my mom all about what happened. And her best friend.
Mm-hmm.
They're both at my house that night when I got home. And they're like, okay, well, we're going to the principal tomorrow. So the next day, I walk into school. Me and my mom are having little bets, walking to school a little bit early so we can talk to, it was actually one of the vice principals. Because they have like
multiple different
principals. So we talk to one of them and tell him about the situation. He goes, that's unacceptable. Like, that's crazy, whatever. Over the next day or two, he comes and meets me in class to either ask me questions or tell me, like, we've pulled him in and talked to him, like, whatever, done different things. Well, I think by the next day, he called me out of class. He said, Jack has gotten a 3-day suspension. If you hear any more trouble out of him, then let me know. And you know what else Jack didn't do after this event occurred? Never once was in another one of this organization's events after that.
As he shouldn't be.
And neither have I.
But, that's a whole nother mess. That's a whole nother mess because I was in this program for almost 5 to 6 different events. Like, there was multiple.
You were in it for a while.
For a while. And then that one situation where I didn't get a part of it, I was, like, really upset. So I posted it on social media. Mind you, this is pre-Derek Fry, any kind of content on TikTok. So I had, like, I don't know, just friends and family following me on social media. And I just posted, oh, man, that's sad, like, RIP. And the person got upset. Okay. So then this whole thing goes down. I get sent to the SRO. This is when I was in high school, obviously. And they're like, hey, you can't go on this person's premises anymore. You can't be a part of their events, their organizations, nothing. Don't even go on the property. Okay, whatever, fine. So obviously I'm furious.
So ridiculous.
But then I never, ever went back to that organization or event for years. Probably like 2.5, 3 years before we went to that show.
Right. And anytime that you've ever gone now, it's been with me, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's always been with you because I'm scared to go by myself. And the interactions with said owner was fine. Everything was good at that
Always
point.
Always nice.
Yeah. But Paxton wanted to get involved and tried to audition for the organization, and they denied her. I'm not sure if it was because of talents. They claim talents, but I'm claiming it's because... I'm claiming it's because she's friends with me and doesn't want to be associated with...
And, like, not to toot my own horn or anything.
Right.
I've been doing these events since I was 4 years old.
Yeah.
And I've been a part of almost 30 of these events.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was only maybe the third that I had tried out for that I had not been accepted into. Yeah.
And that's what's crazy to me because, like...
And knowing, too, after the fact that I had tried out for said event, before that owner had, like, even said to me, like, oh, we would love to have you in our event.
Yeah, come try out.
Yes.
So that's what was crazy. Every time we would go to the shows or the organization's, like, event things that they were doing, they would always say, we want you here, we want you here.
Right.
Now, God forbid I ever try to get involved again. I don't know if that would be a possibility, but I don't even want to try. Like, I
Right.
don't want another whole
No.
situation.
You're about to move away.
Right, I'm not
Leave it
dealing
all
with
in
any
the
of that.
past.
And that's why when I got involved at Joseph and the other program, I felt safer there because there was
Right.
no drama. Everyone was nice.
Right. Everybody
like,
got along.
My first performance or event with an adult.
Yeah.
And it was mostly an adult cast other
Yeah, it was.
than, like,
The 10 kids,
the
maybe.
10 kids that were in the program. But,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a whole mess. But that should be these people's lessons, not to mess with Derek or anyone that's associated with Derek.
Literally.
Because, like, period, they always say, don't come for my brand. Like, don't come for my family, don't come for my friends, don't come for my brand. Because it will bite you in the back.
Literally.
And
Because we don't play around stuff like that.
No, and it's not
Like-
funny to go up to people in school in a public situation.
No.
Like, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
So, but why come for
Especially-
her? What did she do?
Right. And like the way, and it's not even the fact like I was saying some harsh things, I will say, because he was threatening me. But would I have ever started something like that? No, because that is not the way that I am. But if you approach me and try to come after me, that's a whole nother situation. I am going to fight back because I'm not
You're not gonna hold back and
No.
pretend like it
Especially
didn't
with your
happen.
phone in my face filming me. I wish I could see those videos.
We're gonna play a fun little game that I see a lot of people do on social media: marry, kiss, and kill. And we have a list of influencers, celebrities, music artists, TV shows. You know, we're just gonna go through.
The spiel.
Yeah, and we're just gonna go through and say we're gonna marry, kiss, or kill. And I'm gonna try to be as nice as possible while doing this.
Are we gonna get hated?
No, we're not gonna get hated. Now,
Okay.
mind you, I'm in a relationship, and so is Paxton. This is
Yes.
all just fun and games. Our first round is going to be Noah Beck, Josh Richards, and Landon Barker.
Okay.
Now, I don't know how much you follow these people on the internet, but
I don't.
you're
really.
familiar.
I'm most familiar with Noah Beck, obviously.
Of course. Yeah, so these are the Sway Boys, and then of course Landon Barker is Travis Barker's son.
Okay.
Got it. Okay.
I don't think I know who that is, but okay.
Okay. Period. So we're looking at images of them right now. And I'm going to base it off of my interactions as well.
Okay. That's a good one.
Yeah. Who should go first, me or you?
You.
Oh, God. Okay. I would probably... Ooh, this is gonna come back and bite me in the back. But I'm going to marry Noah. Ooh, this is messy. This is really messy. Kiss Landon, kill Josh. Genuinely, my interactions with Noah were really sweet. I loved him. Josh was also really nice too, but I felt the connection with Noah and Landon better. How about you?
Okay, so wait, this one's Josh.
This is Josh.
That one's Landon. Okay.
This is Noah. That's Landon.
Oh, who's that?
This is Griffin.
We know Griffin.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can give you
Okay,
better
I would probably
pictures.
say marry Noah too. Just because...
I feel like he's just that sweet. Like,
Yeah, I feel like he's
in
not
your
a
life.
troublemaker.
No, and, you know, obviously he has the attraction, but, like, personality-wise, I really like his personality.
Right.
So.
I would probably say kiss Landon, kill Josh.
So basically the same.
The same, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like Josh might be just a little too immature.
Moving on to our next people. We had Timothy Chalamet, Noah Schnapp, and Joe Keery. I'm gonna go with, I don't really know if I have reasonings for this, other than just, like, personality and attractiveness. Marry Timothy Chalamet, kiss Joe Keery, kill Noah Schnapp.
Okay.
Period. How about you?
I definitely would say kill Timothy Chalamet.
Okay. Do we have beef with Timothy Chalamet?
No, I feel like so many people hype him up and I just don't get the hype.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? And then probably kiss Noah Schnapp and marry Joe Keery.
Okay. Period. Well, guys, that is going to wrap up our very first episode of Closed Doors with Derek. I hope you learned a lot more about me and about my friend Paxton here. A lot of stuff has happened in the last 4 years of us being friends.
Yes.
So, anything you would like to say to the viewers at home?
No, thanks for having me on your first
course.
episode. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. Everyone, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow if you want the next episode featuring Zach Graziosi. Bye, guys.
Bye.